favorite animal of land and sea bass.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Warshippers of all ages, welcome to Game 3 of what might be the final match today on stream here of the Warship Spring Championship. We are bringing you Game 3 of Star versus OPN here as we zone into Tears of the Desert. Zach, talk to me about the Star lineup. What do they got?
So Star is choosing this time to bring in Ohio along with their Yamato. We've got Des Moines, double Venezia, Daring, two Shimikazes, one of them's got 20s, as well as a Vampire 2. What do we see for OPN?
OPN opting for an old tried and true strategy to some extent here, Zaf. Montana, Republique, our first one of those today, opting for a two-cruiser lineup, Venezia and Jinan. An interesting pick, the new Pan-Asian Tier 10. We've not seen too many of those over the course of the event. Rounding things out here on tiers with 5 destroyers, Daring, Shimikaze, and triple Marceau.
Wow.
Now, the Marceaus, we're used to seeing French destroyers when you field this many, you field them as a wolf pack. But already there's a split. 2 going mid, 1 going north.
Yes, and I mean, that kind of makes sense to do that, because generally speaking, you want your ships to be buddied up. You want them to be working together. So, you know, I like this play. I like the decision to do that. And of course, let's talk about PN's lineup real quick. A lot of what they've picked is all about flexibility and speed.
Speed, getting around the board, absolutely.
With the Republique, the Venezia, of course, can find his way around the sides, stuff like that. And of course, the Marceaus do Marceau things. So that's interesting. Iron Man with the Jinan going up to A might signal that the plan is to kite away on that flank, because nobody wants to push a cruiser that just pumps out
deep water torpedoes. Yeah, the whole bunch. Jinan will make a great kiter if she's able to work herself into that position. But that remains to be seen here in the early going as Game Think steps onto A, B is contested.
Yeah, I kind of think of the Jinan as a reverse pinata.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, normally a pinata, everybody wants to hit it.
Yeah.
But it hits everybody.
That's true, especially with those quick reloading guns and those deep water torps. But one thing I want to kind of point out here, right? Jinan, this is a format where that is a ship that you might be able to get more out of in let's say a random battle, right? Because Jinan almost completely reliant on her team to spot for her.
Yep.
No hydro, no radar, nothing.
Yep.
Got teammates here, but if you find yourself in a worst case scenario and you have no spotters, Jinan is a bit of a liability because the ship reaches a point where it struggles to compete. Woo!
Yeah, that was
Scraping the hull of Game Think Shimikaze there, leaving some paint behind.
Tell you what, the video team is finding every single torpedo dot.
Every cap contested. 3.5 minutes in, nobody scoring points, nobody accruing caps yet.
Now, so far, we've only seen one Jinan in this tournament, and it died to a Luckchuck torpedo level.
Yeah, it was a back-to-back salvo. It was a game on North.
Yeah.
They tried, I forget who it was, they tried to take Jinan over to the A cap on North, and
it died in the transit.
It died in transit. It never survived long enough to get there because it took, I think they were deep water torpedoes.
Yeah.
Were they Yu-Yang torpedoes?
Yeah,
they were Yu-Yang torpedoes we saw wiping this poor thing out. So we've never actually seen a Jinan fire its guns in combat in the entire event.
Right. Or its torpedoes, for that
Now,
matter.
a little bit of Shimikaze spot and counter spot here at the A cap. But both Shimikazes, good gun discipline, holding their fire. Anything taking a little bit of chip damage from Lord Lawrence Venezia, but that's about it.
Right. While down at C cap, we've seen, Shimikaze and Daring butt touching each other, and then that's it. They spot, they go dark. And
so far, both teams playing a very conservative, very patient game. Every cap with at least one destroyer on it. B cap, in fact, has 2 from each team. Both teams really want to get that B cap and apparently get the hell out of the middle of the board. I can't say I blame them all that much.
No. It's interesting, though, Kilo getting in there and seeing it. Lord Lauren, though, took a big hit just now.
So Jussie's Republique has had him under the guns here for a bit. Republique, of course, has pretty solid range.
Yep.
And the fact that he's landing shells at 20-ish kilometers tells me that's not unique upgrade public range below that.
Ah, that's true. Okay, so he shot at Diogo Shimakaze in A. Didn't really make much out of it, though.
Yeah, again, both Shimikazes counterspotting each other very briefly, a little bit of chip damage, nothing noteworthy.
Now you won't get this reference because you're not into anime.
You're not a weeb.
But this feels very much like a huge fight in Dragon Ball Z, as both contestants can punch each other. There's explosions, shockwaves, all that kind of stuff, which is fine.
Now, Star managing to put Nito's Des Moines all the way down in I-9 has pushed Durock's Daring off the cap long enough to let them score the cap and pick up a few ticks of points. But he's already rotating back. I suspect he'll get back on and start denying those points very soon. Marceau on B, Tilo also moving up and spotted.
Yeah, very interesting. Also looking at a variant now, tried to get around that corner and loop up, but he got protected by Diogo Shimakaze. He's kind of forced to just kind of sit back and chill for a little bit. Stilo now comes into the area.
OPN, I guess, feels like they need to break the stagnation, the stalemate. Not really a stalemate. Star's got a small lead, but for a game that's 6.5 minutes old, teams have barely scored any points.
Bit of a Sitzkrieg we have.
Sitzkrieg, I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
You find that sometimes in this game, but it usually occurs after you've developed day, and then it's like, okay, well, there's no reason to risk my ship or go crazy. Let's just hold what we have. But at the moment, Star has a small lead. Nobody's really doing much of anything else.
What you just said, I think, epitomizes this first act of this battle, which is it's 1-1.
It's 1-1.
We don't. Neither team wants to lose.
Nobody wants to be the first one to make a mistake.
Let's be careful. Let's play it safe.
Diogo lit into A, now getting double teamed by the Marceau and the Shimakaze, and the Janan shells coming in as well.
He's got some sap coming in. There. Down to half health now.
They are, at a minimum, they are going to succeed in pushing Diogo off this cap. I'm almost certain of it. It's going to be tough, but I think, yeah. Tilo's dark. Although Tilo has some SAP coming in as well, all of it missing.
Now, usually we have these kinds of battles that take a very long time to develop. When they do develop, it's crazy.
It's explosive.
So, set your clock about 2 or 3 minutes.
Indeed. OPN making a big play for A here, bringing the Marceau in to back up the Shimakaze and Marceau that are already here.
Look at Nito Klaas's Des Moines. I want to point this out for a sec because he's all the way down on the 10 line, 9-10 line there on the I column or I row. So he's basically in a really good position to farm anything out, and he's working on pushing OPN out of this area to start pushing this position.
Yeah. It's really good, and it looks like he's trying to maybe readjust his position a bit. He was reversing. I think maybe he's going to try to get kind of more bow into the sea cap than where he is right now.
He wants to take advantage of being able to fight the island and not be spotted.
Yes.
Because obviously there's Montana there.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
Montana does bad things to Des Moines, even if it's bow in. Can.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, both Marceaus for OPN have backed off the B cap. Nope. 99% luck back onto the cap right as they land some resets on Nascimento's Vampire. 9 minutes gone, and there's only 100 points difference between these two teams as both teams are only picking up a single cap. It's been very slow going, very methodical on both sides of the board.
Tilo under fire now, just doing what he does, you know.
Venezia Salvo comes in again on Tilo, and Joss gets nothing. The OPN Destroyers are doing a brilliant job of just really shrugging off these repeated Venezia Salvos.
Yep.
Haven't seen much of them come out of anything yet.
And you can see from the shade of the shell tracer, that's W.
Game Thing does take some Venezia Salvo there. He's actually down to about a third of his HP, so they've been doing a good job working him down, as now it looks like Floors is a high middle map farm target for OPN.
Well, yeah, the Marceaus have been shooting at him for a while. I mean, if you got nothing to shoot, you might as well shoot the big slow thing.
Especially with those guns.
Right? So, you know, I'm not surprised to see that. Now, 99% luck might run out of luck here.
He's going to take a torpedo, maybe.
Woo! His luck holds.
Just enough French speed to zoom out in front of those and take nothing. The daring hydro's got him now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right at the extreme range of the daring hydro.
But what's going to happen? I mean, he really has a shot on him. So maybe.
Yamato's got shells coming in.
Oh.
Nothing. Goodness gracious. OPN trying to organize a push through the A cap here. They've got Shimakaze, Jinan, Republique, and Marceau moving up along the C line. I like this play a lot.
Which one would that be?
The OPN push. I like it because it's going to allow them to start enveloping the B cap a bit and put more pressure on the middle of the board than they certainly can at the moment.
So this is what typically happens when you got teams that are very evenly matched. One breaks through on one side and the other breaks through on the other, and what you get essentially is a toilet bowl action.
But right now, it doesn't feel like Star has broken through its C, does it?
Well, they were in position to break through. That was not to. I think Steve's Montana there is projecting its power.
Absolutely.
I'll talk about that when I do replays. And
yes.
Battleships project their power, and cruisers, players are hesitant to push an area that a battleship can cover with its gun.
Yes, understandably so.
Yeah.
As someone who plays a lot of cruiser, I know exactly that. Floors is Ohio and Republic trading shot. The Ohio not really landing anything. Republic getting some chip damage here. Again, only 8 minutes to play. Still anybody's game. 100-point lead here for Star. But, I mean, 99% luck. Finally looks like he finally took a Venezia salvo of note.
X100 in the Shimakaze just took a big hit from Chukwama's Venezia, by the way.
So, over time, the Venezias are starting to slowly make their presence felt, but just has to happen early.
Also, take a look at both our battleships.
They're in the same place.
Yeah.
We generally comment on this when we see it because it's the sort of thing that often doesn't lead to good results.
No. That Ohio should be at A7, A8. He should be far enough back for cross shots to prevent an enemy push.
Reasonable.
Torpedoes coming in on Shimakaze game thing. Oh, convenient gap right there.
A Shimakaze-sized gap.
Yes.
Another big Venezia hit on a 9% Lux Marceau. He's finally down under half health. Another minute ticks away. Another minute that Star leads the game. Jussie Smolinsk Republique now actually starting to show a little wear and tear here. He's under 20K. And Floor's also looking a little worse for wear down in the south. You have to believe that... Go.
Obama is backing up. He's going to dodge those torpedoes just lazily as he's reversing.
You have to believe that sooner or later something's got to break for one team or another.
Well, I've been expecting to see a torpedo hit something, and that caught. It's actually what we see.
I don't think we've seen a single torpedo hit all game. Have we?
Maybe so. I don't think so. Barbarian tanker barely dodging those force. Yeah.
Maybe not. But goodness, I mean, it's so close.
Barbarian tanker just lost 10K almost to Lord Lawrence Venezia staff.
Yep. So I think the SAP shells are finally starting to land, but it's just taken a long time.
Floors might be going.
Floors is very low. It's like he's burning or flooding. Burning, maybe? No, he's just trying to pull back and get unspotted. Oh, here more shells coming in. Nope, nothing.
Now he's detected.
He sees
heels.
Oh.
Floors is out here.
Yeah, he'll see his contested now. D-Rock works his way around. That's going to stop the Star points gains off the C-cap.
Torpedoes on Shimakaze, it's a game thing, and he'll be fine again. Unbelievable.
Coming up on the 5 minutes to play mark, and now less than 100 points. Now Star's got to do something to break the deadlock at C. They do briefly get just enough radar sight on D-Rock to push him off the gap. They're going to get a few more ticks.
D-Rock opened up.
Did he?
Yes.
They really want that kill.
Oh, yeah.
So they've not killed this battleship, but they basically have killed it because they have to pull it so far off the board. He has to be useless. Now Jussie's finally starting to show, like he's getting low too here, getting farmed out by the Daring.
Venezia goes.
There goes one of the Venezias on the south end of the board. That's a huge kill for Star.
Yeah.
5 minutes to play. Star on a ship lead. Both teams picking up a cap.
Okay, so now that Venezia is gone, if I'm Nito Class, I'm thinking, okay, it's a little bit forward now. But he still has to watch out for Steve Montana, who's looking in that kind of general.
There it was. Auto Shells have an in-flight meal on their way to the Republic, but they bagged the kill. I stole that from you.
I'm so glad you did.
Yep. Two ships up now for Star. Under 5 minutes to play. Man, OPN needs a kill badly. Where are they going to get it?
I don't know. We're watching now the Des Moines.
Beldoran, maybe? He's kind of caught out here.
Right, so Chukwama took a torpedo with the Venezia, and then
He's there now. Yes, I see the replay.
it goes down to Hooper's Yamato.
Oof. 3 ships up now for Star.
Let's queue up the replays. This is going to be insane at the end here, I think.
Well,
Yeah, at the end. It's 4 minutes.
we said it, right? Like, sooner or later, something has to break.
Oh, Diogo.
And usually when it does, it breaks bad. There we go. OPN claims a kill. Points they badly needed to get back into this game because under 4 minutes, time is running out. They are going to be able to pick up beat. I think they shoved Iron Man's Janan in here as he's getting slapped around by Venezia SAP.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. He's out of smoke.
Shimakaze smoke coming for him right now. Is it going to be in time, though?
Maybe.
Dicey.
Maybe. Oof. Here comes. Here comes.
6K, 5K, they get him. The vampire sneaks just enough shells in. Goodness.
And wait. Game thing might take. No.
Game thing will be reversed back into his own smoke. They are picking up the B cap, and they might still do it, but the price they've paid to achieve it is just not worth it.
Oh, more sap. Lord Lauren on 99% Lux.
You know, I gotta say, the fact that they still have all of these destroyers in the game, he says, as one dies. Like, we're 17 minutes into this game, and OP still has 4 of their 5 destroyers on the board.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Beldoran taking friendly torps there. What was that about? He's taking his Hydro in to hunt down this Shimakaze. Oh, he's lit.
He doesn't care at this
I
point.
don't think he does. They smell blood in the water. They want to secure this kill, and in the game, they can see it now. Here come the shells.
Yep.
There it is.
Good execution there. We got about a minute before this game is over.
60 seconds. Well, technically now 2 minutes on the timer.
Yep.
Both teams still ticking up a cap. There's just not enough time for OPN to score enough points. There's no way.
No, I'd be asking for a time extension.
And look at Flores. Like, if you're Flores, you're back here with a beer in your hand. You can't contribute to this game anymore. You can't do anything. You're just like, well, boys, I didn't die. Good luck. Like, what else can you do?
Well, captain up in a plane.
You know, he wants this shot on the Montana. Look at this. Let's follow these shells in.
Taking it. Let's watch.
If he gets this kill, I'm gonna laugh. No. That would have been amazing. That would have been amazing.
They're still
it is amazing.
Star here with wow. You know, wow. I said it earlier, sometimes this game plays so stationary. And it feels like you just have to keep firing and firing and firing. And sooner or later, something is going to change. Something has to change the status quo. Yes. A torpedo, a citadel. You finally get somebody to burn all their heals. Something. And it took, what was it? 15 minutes for that game to finally kind of start to break open for one team or the other?
Yeah. Yeah.
Goodness.
Neither team wanted to go home.
Nobody wanted to go home. Star goes on with the victory, though. I hear Bogsy Niscon's making comments as we've been calling the game, so let's...
Before you go,
Oh.
I'd like to add, we have a saying in Brazil. De virada é mais gostoso. Turning it around is better, you know, making a turnaround.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And they certainly did here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go back and see what Bogsy Niscon's have to say and see if maybe there's another game we can
No more
sneak in.
games.
No more
I've
games. We're
already
done.
asked many.
Okay, today it's done then.
Neat.
All right, guys. Well, this has been a blast. We will see you tomorrow. Bogsy Niscon's, take us home.
Hold on.
Oh.